Welcome, welcome, everybody. Let me know where you're tuning in from. What area, what geographic area, what market are you in? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. Let's see how the world finds you on Google AI. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about how to save you time, how to take it to the next level with your social media platforms, how to make all of this posting that's driving us all crazy go away, how to make this simple for your life. I love it. People are commenting where you're tuning in from. We got people from Chicago. We got people from Canada. We got Michigan, Arizona in the house. Let me know if you are an agent, if you're a team leader, if you're on a team. I'd love to get a little more acquainted with the people on the call. Feel free to share if you're part of a team. Are you, what area are you in? The more information I have about all of you, the better, so I can speak to you directly. This is not a recording. I am live. So we are going to be Googling somebody live. We are going to chat GPT search somebody live today. We are going to check out Perplexity. We're going to check out Claude. We're going to check out all the AI engines. Amazing. So we got a team leader on the call. Daniel Fitness is a team leader on the call. We got Stacy Tobin, who's an agent starting on a team. We got Kahina's in Quebec. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Amazing, amazing. We'll give people another minute or two to join, and then we're going to get started. But this webinar, this training will be like no other training you have ever seen. In fact, I'd love for you to tell me at the end of this training if this is one of the best trainings you've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that, it's just that we've been doing this with the National Association of Realtors. We've been doing this with large groups of realtors, and they're saying this was eye-opening. This was new information. This was not your typical webinar. This is really a webinar that's going to flip a switch to help you understand how you need to show up on Google, on AI, and ultimately how to show up on social media without spending a lot of time trying to figure all of this out. How many of you feel overwhelmed by AI, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, all these different engines, plus Google business pages? Now we have Google properties. Then we got social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. If you're overwhelmed, say overwhelmed in the chat. If this is something you're dealing with, my goal today is to reduce your stress, expand your digital footprint so you can focus on the business of real estate. So let's get into it. I love to start on time. We're 33 minutes in. I got to get going. People are joining in still. Thank you for coming here. My name's Alex Montalenti. And before I get into this training, I want you to know the story, the context. Why am I here today? Well, it all started back in 1968, actually. In 1968, there was a woman. Her name was Adriana. She lived in Romania, across the lake here in Romania, and she had a great life, a great business, but during communism, everything got taken away. Her house, her business, and her grandfather got put into the prison system. She left Romania, comes to New York City, and starts to work in a factory. Next thing you know, somebody like one of you, and you may remember the moment that you were told, hey, Teresa, Carolina, Anthony, you should get in real estate. You're great with people. Well, somebody went to Adriana and said that, and Adriana got her real estate license. She was doing great, single mom, 2 kids, paying the bills with real estate. It was challenging, no doubt. And then suddenly we have the year 2000 hits, and she doesn't know technology. So what does she do? She hires a young digital marketing assistant, and she closes the biggest deal of her life. It was an $80,000 commission check. So first of all, can you remember the person who introduced you to real estate? Put it in the chat. If you remember the person that introduced you to real estate and said, hey, get in real estate, you're going to love it. Maybe you love this person. Maybe you hate this person now. Who knows? But if you remember that person, let's acknowledge them. Or what year did you get into real estate? I love it. Larry says, my parents. Romeo says, no one, just chose to get into it. Amazing. Carolina says, my best friend. Well, in Adriana's case, it was one of her close friends. And the digital marketing assistant that helped her close the biggest deal was actually me. So I helped my mom back in the year 2000. And here's a picture of my mom, just so you can see she's a real person here. This is my mom. My mom was struggling with the internet and with uploading listings, and I just started helping her. And that's how she built her career and became really successful. Together, we were able to do a lot of business together. And now she retired in sunny Florida. And what did I do? I started a technology company. And the National Association of Realtors invested in our company, which is pretty cool, right? And I'm really happy that my mom got me into real estate. I was just at an event with the president of the National Association of Realtors. I got to acknowledge my mom on stage, and it was a really big deal. It was a touching moment. But why am I here today with all of you? Well, I speak all over the country. I spoke at EXPCon. I always speak at EXPCon. How many of you are going to EXPCon in Salt Lake City? If you're going, let me know in the chat. Definitely come by our booth. We've helped over 10,000 real estate influencers get made online. What does that mean? We've helped them with their digital marketing. We help them get positioned on Google. We help them get positioned on AI. We help them with their social media. And what I'm going to show you today are some tricks of the trade that are really going to take it to the next level. We've helped over 14,000 EXP agents with digital business cards. How many of you have your Instacard, your digital business card? I'm going to provide a complimentary digital card to each and everybody on this call. Maybe you knew that you have this. If you have an Instacard, put Instacard in the chat. If you don't have your Instacard, put I don't have it in the chat. Love to see how many of you have it. Romeo doesn't have it yet. You're going to get one today, Romeo. How about the rest of you? Selena has it. Teresa doesn't have it. David doesn't have it yet. Amazing. So check it out. Leo, you all know Leo, obviously. He uses his digital card every day. He's actually the one that invited me to the event and said, can you create digital cards for every single agent at EXP? And we did. I just want to make sure, are you seeing? Okay, let's make sure that thing isn't shown on the screen. So I already asked you all of that. Now, we've helped even the growth team at EXP. How many of you know Russ? Russ Lagan, head of education. We helped him build his digital presence online too. So if you see him on LinkedIn, you'll see his banner. That's something that we built for him. How many of you are RealGrader clients right now? I'm curious. You've heard about RealGrader. You use RealGrader. We digitally optimized you. Any clients? Let me know, and I appreciate you for your trust. But here's the big picture, everybody. 1.3 million real estate agents. 1.3 million. Here's the statistics. 900,000 did less than one deal. Pretty wild, right? Only 400,000 agents out of the 1.3 million actually did a deal last year. Here's the data to show you. 923,000 zero deals. So obviously, what do you think the ones at the top are doing? The ones that are doing 100 deals, 300 deals, 200 deals, what are they doing to win business? Are they invisible online or are they very visible online? In the year 2026, if you want to be a top producer in real estate, do you think you want minimum visibility or maximum visibility? Right? Daniel's like, we are going after it. I love it. So here's the problem. 93% of real estate professionals are not optimized with their Google, their Chat GPT, or Perplexity, or Claude, or whatever you want to call it, and their social media presence, and yet everybody is looking you up. Daniel, he's getting looked up. Cindy, you're getting looked up. Teresa, they're looking you up. David, they're looking you up. Pete, they're looking you up. The question is, what are they seeing when they look you up? And now, why is this so important now? Well, here's the crazy part, everybody. It's more important now than ever because Google was very generous. Google was like, who's the best realtor in Tampa? And there was like a list of 20 to 30 realtors. If I go to ChatGPT and I say, who's the best realtor in Tampa? I only get 5. Did that land? If you're following, say I'm following. Google provided 20, 30, 40 realtors for Tampa. ChatGPT, only 5. So what does that mean? That means consumers are going to trust who AI is putting out there, and it's going to get a little more challenging to be the one that is recommended. So how do you become the recommended agent on ChatGPT? You all know where this is going, right? You know, if I was to have my Meta glasses, hey Meta, who's the best realtor in Tampa? If I had my VR headset, hey VR headset, who's the best realtor in Tampa? If I speak into my Alexa, who's the best realtor in Tampa? And the AI is going to reveal 3 to 5 realtors. And if Daniel on this call is the realtor who gets recommended, what does Daniel get? Free leads. Does anybody like paying for leads? Right? We prefer organic. We don't want to pay for leads because we're going to lose our shirts paying for leads. Agree or disagree, put it in the chat. How many of you want, well, just put agree or disagree in the chat. So here's the deal. How do you get visibility, even if you're not a techie, when ChatGPT is recommending even less agents to the consumer than Google did? Well, you got to keep this idea in mind. Your business is whatever Google says it is. But remember, Google just lost 20% of the search traffic to AI. That's why Google has Google Gemini, right? Google lost 20% of search traffic, not all of it, but 20% of it, because your business is now whatever AI search says it is. On ChatGPT, on Perplexity, on Claude, on Google Gemini, on Grok. In fact, if you look me up on ChatGPT, look at what happens. You're likely referring to Alex Montalenti, a Miami-based entrepreneur, speaker, and real estate technology innovator. It has links to my LinkedIn. It has links to my Instagram. It knows that I hit the Inc. 5000. ChatGPT knows me, but how do they know me? Well, because I fed the internet with valuable information about me. See where I'm going here? So now I'm going to ask you a question. What's your preferred AI search tool? Some of you like ChatGPT, some of you like Gemini, some of you like Claude, some of you like Perplexity. Matt says, is Google getting rid of the search bar? It's possible. They're already doing summaries, right? We don't know where that's going yet, but Romeo likes ChatGPT. What about the rest of you? What is your preferred AI search engine? A lot of ChatGPTers. I like to say ChatGPT is like the Swiss Army knife of AI, but I personally prefer Perplexity because it has everything. I like Claude for deep thinking. Each of them are different, but notice how a lot of you have different answers. Guess what? Your customers have different answers too. Some of your customers like Claude, some of your customers like ChatGPT. So what do we got to do? We got to make sure that we're showing up on the top of all of these. Make sense? So check it out. What's your local area? What's the area, Matt, Elise, Anthony, that you want to get found on? You want to make sure that if somebody looks you up, who's the best realtor in Tampa? Who's the best realtor in Miami? What's the area that you want to win in? That's one of the first decisions you got to make. Where am I going to win? Because you're not going to win in the whole country. You got to pick an area. I'm going to win in Tampa. I'm going to win in Miami. I'm going to win in Montreal, right? Joe says, I'm going to win in Santa Barbara. Matt says, I'm going to win in Tampa. Matt, pay attention because I'm going to use Tampa as the example today, and you're going to see what shows up. It's going to be really cool. So watch this, everybody. I'm going to try it, right? I actually did this an hour ago to make it really relevant for you all. I found an EXP team that is crushing it on AI. Watch this. I went to ChatGPT and I put who's the best real estate team in Tampa. And ChatGPT said there were 5. the Kendall Bonner team, 3 Avenue Group, Tampa House Group, the Jody Avery team. And notice there's different brokerages there. But props for EXP, who's #1 on ChatGPT with Kendall Bonner. Everybody know Kendall Bonner? Huge EXP team out of Tampa, showing up on the top of ChatGPT. How did she get there? She didn't pay to be there. You really can't pay to be there. You have to play, but not pay to play. Now I go to Gemini and I say, who's the best real estate team in Tampa? And guess what? Kendall Bonner team is there again. She must be doing something right. Now I go to Perplexity. Who's the best real estate team in Tampa? There's 5 different teams. But Kendall is there again. Interesting. She must be doing something right. And Claude. 3 teams are presented. And Kendall Bonner is there again. Do you see the trend here? Wouldn't you like to be Kendall Bonner right now in Tampa, getting free business from AI? This is because Kendall Bonner understands the importance of digital reputation. We even helped Kendall Bonner back in the day build part of her digital presence. Although she was a rock star already, we just fixed up a few things. Are you following? Would you like to know how Kendall is getting placed there? What are the sources? How do you adjust yourself to start getting placed on the top of these searches? Julia says, I'm following. David says, yes, please. Anthony says, yes. I'm going to break this down so easy, everybody, that everybody at the end, you're going to go, oh, I get it. I get it now, Alex. Thank you. The AI is sourcing the data from somewhere. And you'll be amazed that it's actually available to all of you. So I went into this and I studied it. Take a guess. Where do you think they're finding the data to know that Kendall is the best real estate team for Tampa? Take a guess. Where do you think they're finding the information? Where are they sourcing the data from? Feel free to comment in the chat. Let's see what your guesses are. Matt says Google. Anthony says AI. MLS data, internet, social media. They're sourcing the data from these kind of sites. They're sourcing the data from Google to know if there's a Google reputation, Google reviews. They're sourcing the data from Realtor.com, from Zillow, from Homes.com to see the transaction data. They're sourcing your bios from all of these sites. They're sourcing your social media. Your YouTube videos are getting sourced. Your Facebook posts are getting sourced. Your Instagram reels are getting sourced. These are the main 8 sites that they're sourcing. I can show you that in the source data, these sites are the ones that are getting sourced. Watch this. I went to Perplexity and I said, what's the reputation of Kendall Bonner? And she has an amazing reputation, right? Says multiple profiles, Zillow, Realtor, Homes.com. She's also an attorney. She's got all this information, but look on the right-hand side. It's telling you that it sourced the data from Homes.com, from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from Zillow, and from Realtor.com. Pretty wild, right? So if you think about it, if you fix your online presence on Homes.com, on LinkedIn, on Realtor, you have a YouTube channel, you fix your Zillow profile, now AI knows where to get the information and it can position you on the AI search. Let's take a look at another one. I'll go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT loves Kendall Bonner too, says she's an amazing realtor, right? 5,000 on Zillow, like all kinds of reviews, 5 stars all over the place. Where did they source the data? Zillow, Realtor, LinkedIn, just to name a few. Now I go to Gemini. Where did they source the data? Homes.com, Realtor.com. Are we getting the picture here? Can you see how simple this is? This is not rocket science. If you're getting the light bulb going off, comment light bulb in the chat. or following. Light bulb or following in the chat, just so I know how many of you are really getting what I'm putting out here. I just broke down AI as simple as I can make it for you all. Garbage in, garbage out. Quality information in, quality information out. Look at all the light bulbs. If you're lost, if you're not getting it, put "I'm lost" in the chat. I'll notice to slow down. But I see a lot of light bulbs going off. Ding, ding, ding. Right? I love it. Mark's like, I just searched best of for a different industry and on my company came up #1. So if you think about it, for Kendall Bonner to have an amazing reputation on AI and Google, she's got to have all these profiles dialed, which she does. Okay, I know this because she went through our digital optimization process. She was already super tech savvy, and she understands the importance of digital presence, and she has a ton of Google reviews. So she's somebody you should follow, right? She's got the model. She's got the blueprint. So the question now becomes, are you optimized on social media? That's my first question, because social media is 5 platforms. So if you optimize yourself on social media, Google Business, posting on Google Business, many of you do not post on Google Business, and nobody listens or watches those posts anyway. So you should just feed it automatically with content. Instagram Reels, those get found on AI. Facebook gets found on AI. LinkedIn gets found on AI. YouTube videos, many of you are not taking advantage of that. I would at least automate some YouTube shorts, right? How often are you posting on social media? Let's put it in the chat. I am not posting. I'm posting once in a while. I'm posting weekly. I'm posting daily. Which one are you? Are you the daily poster? Are you posting weekly? Are you posting once in a while? I'm not posting at all. Alex, I hate social media. Please do it for me, right? Like, nobody wants to do this stuff. A couple people do. I'm not posting once in a while, daily. I just started weekly. And now I'm going to ask you the crazy question. Are you all still going to post one by one? Like, you're logging into your Facebook and then you're posting, and then you're logging into your LinkedIn and then you're posting, and then you're logging into your Instagram and then you're posting, and then you go to your YouTube and then you post, and then Google and then you post. If you're still doing that, like, are you tired yet? Are you ready to take a nap? Because you know there's systems that organize this and just post from one place, and that works. You have AI that creates content now from one platform and pushes it everywhere, and that works. Many of you are not taking advantage of that. So check this out. How often should you post? And Matt says, no, it would take forever. Alice says, I'm tired. I would be too, and I was, and I am, right? Even with the tools, I'm tired. But here's the thing. We only have so much time in the day. And how often should you post? You really need to post daily. If you want the algorithms working for you, your Google business should have daily posts. And I'm going to show you how to automate this, okay? So how many of you want to get automated, optimized on all your sources? The thing is, if you don't look good across the board on these profiles, let me just remove this browser here. How are we doing here? If we don't fix this, you miss opportunities. If you don't fix this, you don't have credibility. If you don't fix this, no presence online, you're going to lose business. How do I know? Because I work with 80,000 realtors and I see it all the time. Here's the biggest mistakes that you all are making for those of you that are not taking advantage. I've graded over 250,000 agents. We've Googled so many. We have an amazing audit we do. Inconsistent social media and a lack of branding is all over the place. Broken links, outdated information, I see it all the time. Inappropriate or negative content, bad reviews, bad bios, incorrect grammar. missing profiles, duplicate profiles, the data's not synchronized. All of these are common mistakes made by lots and lots of agents. So if you were to grade yourself 1 through 100, 100 is like, I'm a rock star, Alex. You should Google me to show everybody. And 0 is I'm invisible online. Where are you at in the spectrum? Mind you, the average grade is a 30. So where do you think you are 1 through 100? Feel free to put it in the chat. Anthony's like, I'm a -10. I love it. Cindy's like, I'm a 0. Look at all the zeros. Eric says, I'm a 3.6. I like that. Deborah says, I'm a 1. Teresa says, I'm a 20. Alice says, not good. So now we have like a realization, right? Like, wow, people look me up online, yet my presence isn't really 100%. So first of all, I'm going to give you all some guidebooks. These could help. These are guidebooks on how to optimize yourself on Facebook, how to optimize yourself on LinkedIn, what to do with YouTube, what to do with Google, what to do with Realtor. I'm going to give you these guidebooks. Do you want the guidebooks? Let me know in the chat. Number 2, I'm going to give you all your complimentary digital card. And would you believe it that we already built it for you? EXP gave us your photos because we have your agent directory, and we pre-built digital business cards for each and every one of you. Is my audio still good? Let me know. Testing 1, 2, 3. The chat. How we doing? Audio good? Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? Yes. Technology glitch. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? All right. So this is how you get your digital card, and this is how you get the guidebooks. All you got to do is text EXP to 516-400-4161. Sorry for the technical glitch there. The internet went out. But do me a favor and take out your phone. If you want to get the guidebooks and you want to get the digital card, you're going to text EXP to 516-400-4161. What it's going to do, it's going to ask for your basic information, and then it will send you the link to the digital card and to the guidebooks. So I'll wait for you all to do that. Once you get the links, comment in the chat and say, I got the links. How we doing? Got the links? Teresa got the links. Amazing. Just comment in the chat. Got it when you got it. You can put any date, Alan. You don't have to put your birthday. We don't really care. That's just a age requirement because less than 18, we're not allowed to. So in order to get the links to the guidebooks, you're going to text EXP to the phone number 516-400-4161. I see a bunch of you texting in. I see a bunch of you got it. If you receive the community link, Cindy, you're going to click on the link, put in your basic information, choose any town, any birthday over the age of 18, and then it'll send you automatically the links. I do not sell this information. This is just so that I can quickly text hundreds of you. And I see a bunch of you texting in right now. And if you could let me know how many people are on the StreamYard, would help me understand if everybody's getting this. In case you're having an issue, I do have a backup plan, Jennifer. If the community link is not working for you, you are going to email hello@realgrader.com and put EXP in the subject. So if you did not get the text message, you're going to email hello@realgrader.com and put EXP in the subject line, and we'll make sure that you get the links. But most of you, I see it's working. So I see Stacy texted in, Lauren texted in, Monica, Donna, Kelly, Athena, Anthony, Joe, Teresa, like 30 or 40 of you. Amazing. All right, so now we're going to do the fun part. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to Google somebody live. Who would like me to Google them live? You can put anything in the birthday, Romeo. Let's see, who's been in business for over 5 years, but doesn't really have a great online presence and needs some recommendations? Put your name in the chat. Teresa Gomez said, me. Amazing. So let me Google Teresa Gomez. So here we go, Teresa Gomez. This is going to be the most eye-opening experience for you all, okay? Because you're going to get to see what your customers are going through. So here's Teresa Gomez, realtor, right? Are you out of Arizona, Teresa? So Teresa Gomez, first thing is I don't see a Google business page for Teresa, right? So if she doesn't have a Google business page, and I'm going to show you how we want it to look, right? So here's Teresa, but if I was to put in Anna Benavides, notice how a Google business page shows up right on the right-hand side, okay? So Teresa, your Google business either doesn't exist or it's just not optimized well for your name. But notice when I put in Anna Benavides, I get a beautiful Google business page with a bunch of links to her social media, her content, her reviews, and she looks like a rock star, right? Yeah, Teresa says it's been difficult to verify my Google business. You know how many agents go through this hassle? That is probably the most frustrated thing for a realtor. And we've helped so many realtors with this. So if you need help with that, Teresa, that's one of the things that we do. We can get you verified. Yeah, I know, because with EXP, we have virtual locations, so it's more complex to get verified. At our company, we've verified over 20,000 agents, okay, including probably 2,000 EXP. And I know that many of you don't have locations, so we can help with that. But let me show you the difference. So Anna over here has a Google business with 180 reviews. If I put best realtor in Tempe, she actually shows up on the top of the list. Watch this. Best realtor in Tempe. And on the map, here's Anna right on the list. One of the top 4 recommended agents. One of the top 3 organic. Okay? So that's, Anna had problems too. We helped her out with her Google business. We helped her out with all her socials. Now she's dialed, right? But let's go back to Teresa for a second. So Teresa, you have a LinkedIn. I'm going to click on your LinkedIn. Okay, great. Teresa has a beautiful headshot. Teresa's got a banner. Teresa's got a bio. But Teresa has not posted in 9 months. So what do you think a homeowner is going to say if they want their property marketed on LinkedIn? Right? Do you think they're going to say, oh, that's okay, you haven't posted in 9 months? Or are they going to say, I really need to see you posting because I want my listing posted on LinkedIn because all my connections through business are on LinkedIn? Does that make sense, Teresa? Can you see the importance of this? It's important that you at least get some automatic content going out on your LinkedIn so that you look up to date and relevant. Is that useful information, Teresa? And for everybody else, I want you all to follow along. By the way, Teresa, you haven't hooked yourself up to EXP. Right now, you're only hooked up to the Arizona School of Business versus EXP. Tiara has a great question. How long does it take to get to the top of AI? It can take a while, Tiara. First, you have to get fully optimized on all your profiles. Then you got to build some reputation and some reviews. So it really depends on how fast are you building your reputation, right? So now let's go to Teresa's Realtor.com. Uh-oh, Teresa, your Realtor.com is blank, right? And then Realtor.com does this horrible thing where they said, looks like the agent profile is not ready to view. So imagine you have a customer on Realtor.com doing searches for properties, and then they hit on your Realtor.com profile and it's not complete, doesn't have any contact information. They're going to think, hey, how long you been in this business, right? And many, many, many realtors are not optimized on Realtor.com. Now let's go to Instagram. Are we learning stuff so far, everybody? Now her Instagram looking good. We got to build the follower count up a little bit. She's got a couple links in here. She's linking to her EXP. She's doing some personal posts. She's doing some business posts. But what's missing here is consistent branding, right? We want to make sure that you got consistent branding. You got your photo on every post, let's say. You got some personal content, some business content. I'm not going to check how often you're posting, but you definitely want to post a little more often and make sure that it's branded content. Now I'm going to pop into her LinkedIn. Well, we did her LinkedIn already. Now we're going to go to her Zillow. Is this your Zillow, Teresa? Let's see. This might be a different Teresa Gomez, right? Is this yours? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So notice how Teresa, no photo, no bio. So AI is going to go, who are you? Right? Versus you telling Zillow, you telling Homes.com, you telling Realtor who you are. Now, if I go a little further down here, you don't have any service areas listed. So for example, if Teresa's doing business in Phoenix, Arizona, and she doesn't list Phoenix, then guess what? She won't show up on a search when people are searching for Phoenix. Now there's 181 data points on these 8 platforms. Okay, what I'm doing right now is called a digital audit. And I'm doing it really quickly, but we actually do a very deep digital audit. So let's keep going here. I want to look at your Facebook. Did you join this group, the Padilla group, Teresa? Let me know. But not sure if you have a Facebook business page. Maybe this one. I think this is a personal one. So we got to make sure that you have a Facebook business page as well, because that's going to get picked up by AI and that's going to cross link. Now I'm going to take you all through what it needs to look like. Okay. This is Anna Benavides. Anna Benavides has a Google business page. She's got reviews. She's got 24 hours of operation. She's got all her social media linked. She's posting every day using our platform automatically. Anna's not even doing this, by the way. Our company is doing it for her. So she doesn't even need to worry. She can stay focused on the business or real estate because she has content going out every day. Now, if I go over to Anna's LinkedIn, check this out. She's got a beautifully branded banner that tells everybody that she's got designation, certification, she's with EXP, she's got a bio, and she's got content going out every single day. Guess what, though? Anna's not wasting her time doing this. Why are you all wasting your time doing this if that's not your thing? Anna's smart. She hired us. We're doing posting for her. It's automatic. She has posts going out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, YouTube, Instagram. She has videos going out every day. And all her profiles are looking professional, right? Let's go to another one. Let's look at her Facebook. Here's Anna's Facebook. Professionally branded, consistent headshot, links to all her social media, and she's got content going out every single day with her personal branding on it. Who thinks that's pretty amazing, right? Ask Anna how amazing she thinks it is, because Anna, since doing all this, has grown a team because now she has way more time. Make sense? Let's show you another one. We'll go to her YouTube. Oops. So Anna has shorts going out now. And these shorts get picked up by AI. And guess what? Anna's not doing this either. How could it be? Oh my gosh. Anna's not doing anything, yet Anna looks like a freaking rock star on social media. That's because Anna gets it. We don't want to do the $10 tasks. We need to do the $1,000 task, the $100 task. If you guys get stuck doing these little things, you're not going to do the things that matter in your business. How do you scale your real estate business? You do the things that the big players do. Focus on relationships, focus on building the business, not logging into portals like Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and sitting behind a screen all day. If you're following, say I'm following. You need assistance for this. You need software for this. You need automation for this. You should not be doing this. Does that make sense? I'm following. So Teresa, was this a valuable audit? Do you get the idea? And I only spent, what, 10 minutes? I could spend a whole hour. I mean, when we do an audit for somebody, we spend 30 minutes going through every single site, up and down, looking at every link, every broken link. There's 181 data points here. So we go through it all, okay? So let me go back to the presentation. Teresa, was that valuable? Yes, I love it, I need it, right? So let me go back to the presentation here, make sure we're in the right screen. And fast forward over here. So what's your biggest takeaway, everybody? What's the biggest takeaway from what I just presented? Put your biggest takeaway in the chat. X and threads are not worth it, Matt. No, I don't think they are part of the top 20% of what matters. Be everywhere. Yes, be everywhere, but don't work everywhere. Digital footprint matters. Automation matters. Yes. How many of you would love to have a digital audit done of your entire presence by a professional where we go through the entire thing for 30 minutes and we go site by site and show you where you're leaving money on the table, what you need to fix, how to get it all consistent, make sure everything is properly done? How many of you are interested in a digital audit? Yes, please. Me. So here's the deal. This is a special deal for EXP, okay? I don't do this all over the place. And we used to do these small audits. Now we're doing a comprehensive audit, including AI, and it's only $97. One-time fee. You're going to get a professional who does this all day. They're going to go through every single profile. Okay? They're going to go through every single profile. And at the end of that call, if you don't see the value for $97, it's a money back guarantee. How can I do that? Because I know what we do. We go through every single profile and we make sure that we tell you, hey, this is broken. This needs to get adjusted. This needs to get fixed. And at the end of that process, you can take all the notes you want. And if you want to hire us to do it, we can do it for you, or you can just take the notes and implement it yourself. So if this is something you're interested in, I recommend you scan the QR code. Very simple. I'm going to also put the link in the chat. I don't think we could do it in French, Kahina. We don't have anybody that speaks French on our team, but you could translate it if you're interested. And you can save the audit if you know that you want to hire us to get it fixed. I'm going to offer that as well. But I recommend for those of you that are thinking about an audit, this is the most comprehensive audit in the industry. Nobody knows how to go through Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Realtors, Zillow, Homes.com, and your ChatGPT presence and give you recommendations and improvements on what to do. For $97, you're going to save tens of thousands of dollars, because if you lose one deal because your online presence is not looking good, that is a huge loss, right? That's the opportunity cost. So I offer this only because I want you guys to know how important this is. And the reason we charge is because then you're going to show up. When we used to offer these for free and we used to do like a quick audit, it wasn't comprehensive. Half the agents wouldn't show up. So we said, you know what, for $97, and agents who do this, they love it because now they get a complete professional audit with no obligation to buy anything. Although many agents at the end, they're like, hey, I want to hire you guys. So I put the link in the chat for you all. Let me know once you've signed up for the audit, say, hey, I got the audit. This is a one-time offer. I'm not offering this to the world. I don't put this online anywhere. I just do this for brands like EXP that we've been partnered with for like 4 years. So if you're interested, take advantage of it now. It's not something I'm offering later, Maritza. It is something you'd have to do now, at least within the next hour or so, right? Because then I take down the link because all kinds of agents try to sign up for this. So if you're interested in the audit, there it is. Stacy just signed up. Congratulations, Stacy. You'll get an email with a link to a calendar, and you can schedule a time at your convenience. It doesn't have to be right away, whenever you'd like to schedule that, but you have a spot reserved to speak to a professional. You're going to be talking to Michael. I'll give you all another minute to sign up if you're interested. It's a very simple process. You now have the link in the chat there. And I'm gonna show you all one more thing before we go, how to automate your social media. I have a solution for you to automate that social media. Let me know if anybody else is interested in signing up or you're signing up. I'll wait for you just another minute or so. Just want you to see what that's like. And just so you see what that's like on the screen, when you go to it, it'll look like this. It'll actually show you what an audit kind of looks like. And then you click, yes, I want the live audit. And you put in your information, you can check out, and then you get an email with a link to a VIP calendar where you sign up. How many of you signed up? Let me know in the chat, and then I'll move on to the next section. Awesome. Kahina says, I'll do it. Stacy said, signed up. No problem, Eric. Just stick around. I'll show you where you can text us directly, Eric, okay? Teresa signed up. Kahina signed up. Stacy signed up. Amazing. All right, let me go back to the screen share here, and I will show you the last part of this presentation. So here we go. Okay. We all know AI changed the game, but what I'm about to show you is really a game changer, okay? Watch this. This is crazy. How do you use AI prompts for content? Imagine this, okay? You can use AI now, upload a picture of yourself and say, look at my digital presence on Google, Realtor.com, Zillow, Homes.com, all the different sites, and put together social media imagery for me. Do you all know that you can do that? Awesome. Daniel signed up. Teresa signed up. Kahina signed up. Stacy signed up for the audit. So now we're going to change path here, right? A little bit of social media. Many of you don't realize that like content can get created at scale right now. And I'm going to show you the platform to do it in. So imagine you're posting on your Google every day because it's automated. You're posting on your Facebook, your Instagram, and LinkedIn like Anna does. You have Instagram Reels going out. You have YouTube Shorts going out. Now you're covered across the board. No client is going to say anything because they're going to see that you're relevant, you're up to date, you're posting all the time. 90% of agents are not doing that. Would you believe it? Now imagine it was an easy to use marketing system. So the posts are going out automatically. We're connecting your accounts. Some of you are like, I'm not tech savvy, Alex. No problem. We are going to get on a one-on-one call with you if you're interested. And we are going to connect your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your YouTube. So all your stuff can be in one platform. Wouldn't like that alone is a game changer because right now you're doing all these 5 logins, right? So we connect your 5 accounts. We give you all the content you could dream of. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, we automate it for you. We show you the personalization so you can have your photo, your logo on every single post. We show you a calendar where you can see all the content that we're posting for you. So maybe you don't like Thursday's post. Great, delete it. Or you're like, I love everything you guys are doing. Just keep posting. Or maybe you're the type that's like, I like the platform, but I want to create content. We can do that too. So watch how you can create content in minutes with AI. So imagine all your sites are in one place and Anna comes in there, which she barely does because the content we do for her, she's like, this is great. I don't need to worry about it. But every once in a while, she's like, I want to create something. So she goes create post. Since all her accounts are already linked, she doesn't have to log into 5 different sites. She just logs into one place where she sees everything. She can upload an image from Canva because we have Canva integration. She can upload an image from her phone. She can upload a video from her phone. See the custom media? We can add Canva, images, things from your phone, whatever you want. And then she asks the AI to write the post. She doesn't go to ChatGPT. She doesn't go to Perplexity. It's all in one place. And she says, write me a post about new listings in Tempe, and I'm an EXP agent, blah, blah, blah. Turn on emojis, turn on hashtags, and then boom, it does AI magic, and it writes this post. Dreaming of luxury living in the heart of Phoenix? I got some stunning properties just waiting for you to explore. As an EXP agent, I can help you find your perfect oasis in this vibrant city. Comment Phoenix or slide into my DMs. Look at the emojis, the hashtags. You don't have to do this stuff anymore. Isn't that crazy? Like the AI is doing it for her and it's posting it for her. And her engagement is going up 200%. Many of you can't even get your engagement to go up. It's just, this isn't what you were built for. You're built for a relationship. I'm built for tech. Software is built for tech. So now Anna has all of this beautiful content going out and boom, now she doesn't have to worry about it. Isn't that pretty wild? If you think that's wild, comment wild in the chat. If you think that's not so interesting, put not so interesting in the chat. If you're still stuck in your old ways of I'm going to go log into 5 different sites and waste 3 hours, put I want to waste my time in the chat. But I think most of you should be saying, okay, wait, I need to think about this. Am I really going to spend an hour a day for 365 days instead of spending time on my business and on my relationships and on my family? Does that make sense? David says wild. Joshua says wild. Like I used to do this stuff. I'm one of you. I used to log in to all of these different sites. I don't do it anymore. And I'll tell you, I'm a happier human. It's very frustrating when you can't get into sites, right? So Anna has a system. The question I want to ask you is, do you have a system? Like, do you really have a system for automating your social media? Do you have a system where everything is one place? Do you have a system where all the messages are in one place? Do you have a system to study the analytics? Do you have a system where all the content is in one place? Yes or no? Because if you don't have a system, you're setting yourself up for failure. Systems are how we make money in business. I see one yes, I see a lot of no's. So this is one simple system, everybody. That's the beauty of this. I have thousands of agents using this platform. And we do trainings 5 days a week. So you can hop on Zoom and get support, ask questions. How do I post? How do I access my calendar? We do a welcome call every Monday. So like every week, we have over 50 new agents that come through this program and sign up. And every week we train new agents and we train experienced agents. We do these daily Zoom trainings. So my question for you is, how many of you would love help with this social media and AI? If you'd love help, just put a yes in the chat. I'd love help, or not interested, put not interested. I'll let you know. You're going to be blown away that this is the most affordable thing you've ever seen for social media. Because many of you are thinking, oh, this is like hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars. No, not at all. Technology is doing good things lately, right? Costs have gone down with AI and all of that. So we call it the ultimate influencer platform. And really what it's doing is it's simplifying your social media with AI. Ever since we got AI, that's all we do is we geek out on AI. So now you have a content creating tool, unlimited use, social media content going out automatically every day on 5 platforms, videos going out once a week on YouTube Shorts, once a week on Instagram Reels. We're giving you a pro version of the digital card to help you get reviews and build your reputation. We're giving you daily Zoom trainings, guidebooks, recorded trainings, all the support you could dream of. In the past, this was easily $10,000 a year. In the past, like 2 years ago, people were paying $10,000 a year for this. Online, we charge $197 a month. You want to guess what I'm giving it away to you all for? $97. No contract, no commitment, 3 days to cancel and get full money back. You can use it for 30 days and cancel, but for $97, we're giving you the whole system loaded with content. We're getting on a one-on-one call to connect your accounts, and within days, you can have content going out every single day. This should be a wow for you, because I don't know any company that is willing to get on a call with you, connect your accounts, because we know that once you connect and you see what's happening and content's going out, you're going to love it. You're going to be freed up. You're going to say, okay, now I don't have to worry about social media, just like Anna and just like so many agents at EXP that we work with. So here's the deal. You also get constant contact included. Okay, I'm including constant contact with you here. Pretty crazy. We have a partnership with them. So all of this is included. Very simple, just text the word magic to the phone number. Teresa, the audit is separate because the audit is your digital presence. This is a monthly fee if you choose to keep it for the social media. So the audit is a one-time fee of $97. This is $97 a month, but no contract, no commitment, cancel anytime, 3 days to try it with a full refund. So if you text magic, or we're going to put the link in the chat for you all, and I'll give you a chance to grab this special. If you go online, you will see that this is $197 a month. We do not raise the price for you, okay? So when you come on a webinar like this that EXP promotes, we're giving you very special pricing because we're a partner and we show up to all the events. Fernando says, how about TikTok? You can connect your TikTok. We don't do that, but you can connect it. The platform supports TikTok. We just don't support it because we don't have enough agents that are using it. But it does have a connection to TikTok, and we'll show you how to connect it. Kahina says, can we choose this plan after our audit? Yes, as long as you booked an audit, you can choose this plan after. but this plan is not available just everywhere. It's only on this webinar. If you go online, you'll see that it's $197 a month. So I'll give you a moment there. If we could put the link in the chat for everybody, would be great. That's the link to the influencer program. And I'm going to hang out and answer a few questions for you all. So far, valuable training. Are we learning stuff? Are we seeing possibilities? Are we seeing how we can reduce our stress, expand our digital footprint? I can tell you that I have thousands of agents on this platform, many, many agents at EXP. A lot of the top producers are working with us as well. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you all here. If you want to copy that link, I don't know if we can put a clickable link in the chat for everybody, would be great. Or you could scan the QR code on the screen. And I'm going to show you something else here. These are all agents that work with us. Okay. Russ Lagan, we built his digital presence online. Lisa Parentau is a luxury agent. We did her digital presence. These are all different agents that have worked with our products. So we have tons of testimonials. Yes, Teresa, Constant Contact integrates with the CRM for this. I'm not sure if it integrates with your CRM, but I know it integrates with our CRM. This is the webinar price. Once you scan the QR code or you click the link that was just placed in the chat, it'll take you here and you'll create your account. You have instant access. You can literally instantly come into the platform, create your password, access the content. You can connect your accounts, or you can join one of our one-on-one calls where our team will connect your accounts with you and get all your social media connected so you can start having content go out on all your different platforms. Once you put in your information, your card information, your account will get created. You can text Magic to the same phone number that you signed up, that you texted in before. I see a bunch of you texted in Magic. We got Maritza, David, Joe, Lauren, Stacy, all texted in Magic. So just make sure you go through that process. It takes just a minute. You're going to put in your first name, your last name. You're going to create your password. And then you're going to put in your phone number. Yes, Monica, there is an onboarding, of course. We have a one-on-one onboarding for this. We also do another onboarding for the general platform, but every agent who signs up gets a one-on-one onboarding. So we connect your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever you have to the platform. That way content can go out immediately. The second you connect your accounts, boom, content starts going out. Eric says, I'm signed up and I'm excited. Congratulations, Eric. I love to see that. Action taker. And keep in mind, Eric, once you get in the dashboard, you'll see where you can book your connection call, and you'll see a list of things that we need from you. Should be super easy to follow the directions there. I do see your account in our system now, Eric. Congratulations. Francisco says, could I generate content in Spanish, French, and English? You can create content in any language through our system, Francisco. We can't do it because we don't know which language, but you can use our system to do it. Absolutely. Awesome. Emily says, I'm signing up now. Congratulations to Emily. And just make sure when you go through the sign up process, if you get to something that says my email is already in use, it could be because you already have a digital card. All you got to do, and I'm going to open up the page here for everybody to show you. This would be the page that tells you everything that's included. Okay, there's a lot of stuff included here. Social media content library, the support, the training, the education, the platform, the automated postings. And on the very bottom, you're going to put in your name, create your password. But if it says email already in use, you just click continue as guest. Super easy, okay? Do I have any questions? Let me know if I have questions. I see Shara signed up. Congratulations to Shara. I see Joe signed up and Eric signed up. I don't know which webinar they're on, but those people just signed up. We have 2 webinars happening at the same time right now. Pretty cool. Any questions? Any questions at all? Let me go back and just show you here. This is everything that's included. Once again, you're getting the social media management, you're getting the AI content creation tool, you're getting the daily posts on 5 platforms, you're getting the weekly videos, the Instacard, the Pro version, which is a video-enabled digital card with Google Review integration. You're getting daily Zoom trainings, expert trainings with me, guidebooks and recorded trainings. And all you got to do is text the word magic or scan this QR code. If we could put the link once more in the chat. How can I support the rest of you that are on the call? Do you need the link to the digital audit? Do you need the link to the guidebooks? Do you need the link to the influencer program? Or do you need some other help? Feel free to comment in the chat. I want to make sure everybody's taken care of. Fernando says, I texted Magic, but I never got anything back. Let's see, Fernando. Let me take a look here for you. Fernando. Yeah, I don't see you in here, Fernando. It's interesting. I can give you the link directly, Fernando. If we could put the link in the chat for Fernando. There we go. Fernando, if you copy that link, that is the link. The guidebooks for Kahina. Kahina, you're going to text. Let me see if Kahina's in here. Kahina, you're going to text 516-400-4161. So Teresa, for the Google business profile, if you're interested in like fixing your Google, fixing your Realtor, your Zillow, your homes.com, once you do the audit, we can talk about that. That's a service that we offer. It's a one-time service to fix everything. I think you signed up for the audit, so you can talk to Michael about that. So we do have a service where we fix everything. Like we go through and we do a complete overhaul of your total digital presence. I'll just tell you a little bit about that and then we'll close the webinar. So some agents like to dabble. Some agents like to go all in. All in is like, dabbling looks like this. All in is like this, where we design the banners for all your profiles. We do all your branding. We go fix all your profiles. We go do a complete digital optimization. This takes about 30 days for us to go through. It's a complete overhaul of your online presence. We maximize your presence on Google. This isn't just the postings. This is us like revamping your whole digital footprint. This is what we did for Lisa Parental. She's a luxury agent at EXP. That's what we did for Kendall Bonner, for Russ Lagan, for a lot of the top producers. So we went into her Google business and we optimized it. We went in and optimized her Facebook business. We went and optimized her Instagram, her LinkedIn, her YouTube, her Realtor, her Zillow, her homes.com, really doing all the branding, all the cleanup. So not just telling you what you need to do, but actually us doing it completely. Emily, you need the link for the audit. If we could put the link for the audit for Emily, would be great. So this complete digital optimization, this is like a full overhaul. We call it the digital optimization for Google and AI. A lot of agents, January Johnson's at EXP, we did her digital optimization. She said it was the best money she ever spent. I only have a few spots for that, 10 spots really for that one. Everything included with this, as far as setup, it's a one-time fee of $19.97. If that's something you're interested in or you have questions about any of our products, I remember somebody said, I don't want to do anything, but I have questions. You can text Michael. This is his cell phone number, 201-381-7933. So if any of you have questions about our services, you're not ready to pull the trigger, but you're like, hey, I'm interested. I'm possibly interested in this. If you know you're interested, text him and say, I'm all in. If you have questions, you can text him with your questions. But his phone number is 201-381-7933. That's a direct line to Michael. He's our representative for EXP. You can text him directly, 201-381-7933. That pretty much covers everything. Do you have any other questions or concerns? Matt says, do you have a regular newsletter where we can sign up? We do have that. That is through the texting community, though. So when you're in the texting community, that's how we communicate on our newsletter. We find that to be more effective than email. Emails seem to get lost nowadays. Stacy says, the truth, there are no live audits until mid-September. No, Stacy, if you paid for an audit, Michael is going to get you in sooner. Okay? So if you paid for an audit, Stacy, that's Michael's cell phone number. Just text him and say, I'd love to get my paid audit in sooner. That's different than other audits that we do. This is a special comprehensive audit that we're doing. Does that make sense, Stacy? And do you have that phone number available to you? Rachel, we do YouTube channels. We can set up the YouTube channels as part of the digital optimization. We can post on the YouTube channels as part of the influencer program, depending on what you need help with. Stacy, does that answer your question? Emily says we sign up for the audit separately. Yes, you do. That's the link right below there where you're able to do it, Emily. So just comment in the chat. Let me know. I signed up for the audit. I signed up for influencer. I'm interested or I'm not interested at all. Thank you for the information. Just so I know everybody's good to go. And if there's any final questions before we go, put them in the chat and I'm happy to answer them. Did I cover everybody's questions? Monica, no, there are for onboarding one-on-one, it is going to be early August. If you need sooner, we can do that. You also have the ability to connect your accounts. So Monica, all you got to do is contact our team if you need something earlier than August. Agents are always moving around their calendars on us. So as soon as we get a cancellation, we can put you in. And that does happen every day, unfortunately for us. Agents are very busy and they book an appointment and the next thing you know, they cancel it. Yep, Monica, same thing. So if you need sooner, you can get in sooner. You just have to contact us. Just shoot us a text message and say, I'd love something sooner. Emily says, audit, yes. An influencer program, yes. Woohoo. Amazing, Emily. David, the all-in digital optimization is the setup of all 8 profiles. Then after that, you would do the influencer program for $97 a month if you chose to have the social media done for you. Does that answer your question, David? After the first month, will the price change? Absolutely not, Fernando. You are locked in. You're grandfathered in. This is a special promotion, and once you get it, you are in. Cost of technology is only going down over time. Does that answer everybody's question? And again, you have Michael's cell phone here. If you have questions about the programs, you can text him directly. That's the fastest way. He has answers to all of those kind of questions. All right, I think we're looking good. Any final questions before we go? I'll leave one more minute. 2:15, we'll close this out. And did you get value today? Even if you didn't sign up for something today, I'm not here just to promote services. I want to make sure that you got value. You learned something new. You learned about the importance of AI. You learned about the importance of social media. You learned how not to waste your time. that there is technology out there to support you. It's way different than 2 years ago or 3 years or 10 years ago. Stacy, Michael's cell phone is right here on the screen, 201-381-7933. So 201-381-7933. Awesome. Alice says, I learned a lot. David said, nice overview. Well, thank you everybody for attending today. You have our text line. You can text us. You have Michael's cell phone if you have questions. You have lots of opportunities. Take your digital presence seriously. I know what the future holds. I pretty much know what the future holds. I know that what's happening is the recommendation engines are getting tighter. So the more you optimize, the more you're going to be part of that group. And if you don't, unfortunately, ChatGPT is not going to widen that. They're going to only narrow it down. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. And thank you for setting this up, EXP. This is a great value for all the agents. They learned a lot, and we're happy to help any way that we can. Thank you so much.